Let's speak now to Mikael Valtersson, a military analyst and former officer for the Swedish Armed Forces. He joins us from Stockholm. Really good to have you back with us, Mikael. We know that Donald Trump seems very eager to get the two sides to end the war somehow. He's made no secret about wanting to be a peacemaker in all this. But can I ask you about what Vladimir Putin might be thinking? Because the messaging coming out of Moscow until now has been the fact that they're confident about their progress on the battlefield. Do you think there is any desire at this point for Putin to end the war?
Well, the only way Russia would like to end the war is a minimum requirement is that the four oblasts or regions that has been annexed will fully become part of Russia. If they can do it peacefully, fine. Then a peace would be much better than a continued war. But if they can't do it peacefully, they are rather convinced that they can achieve that goal militarily. But it will take at least a year, maybe more, and it will cost a lot. So the cost-benefit analysis that says that they could get these four regions, and or at least maybe Donetsk region without any more fighting would be preferable from the Russian side. But Russia also wants to avoid making enemy with the US. If the peace talks doesn't work, they want to put the blame on Ukraine and establish good relations with the US.
Yes, because we know to get to this point, the Alaska summit, Donald Trump had threatened Vladimir Putin with more sanctions if he didn't agree to some sort of a deal. So perhaps Putin agreeing to this summit was a way to avoid those punitive measures. What else, in your view, can Donald Trump do to convince Vladimir Putin to agree to some sort of a ceasefire?
Well, as I said, some kind of swapping of territories, but also making a lot of economic deals and abolishing the sanctions. Russia would love to get back maybe $500 billion of worth of money seized in the West. And of course, the demolishment of the sanctions would be very good for the Russian economy. They have succeeded in thriving without Western trade, but the large Western trade they had earlier. But it would be much better for Russia with normal economic relations.
For Ukraine's part, we know they have been struggling on the battlefield, and that's despite renewed military aid from the United States. But the president of Ukraine maintains that he will not give up any Ukrainian territory as part of a deal with Russia. What's your view? Do you believe that's a realistic stance to have at this point?
No, it's a totally unrealistic stance. But by being a hard bargainer, he hopes to limit eventual losses. And for Zelensky's part, he also, if he will agree on some territorial losses, he won't do it de jure, only de facto, that Russia keeps the areas they have been taken, and that the US put pressure on him, so he could tell his own population, I didn't want this, but I was forced to do it by the US.
Okay, Mikael Valtersson, we will have to leave it there. Thanks so much as always for joining us on the program.